Paris was where I came when I first left home. I'm going to meet a lot of different people and ask them how they feel about what migration is, how they've made their success stories in this country, the country that I've always found to be a place of opportunity. Hiya, I am just about to head out and meet a woman called Natalia. She ended up in technologies but is adapting her life and going a little bit more down the holistic route. I'm looking forward to finding out more. So Natalia, thank you so much for having me to come to your beautiful home, and I cannot believe you have a terrace like this where it's just, I don't know, it feels like the real Paris. You're a technological engineer, a technology engineer. Can you explain to me exactly what your job is? And then within that, I know it's a male-dominated area.
I am an engineer, and in that area, you have very few women, like maybe 10%.
10%?
Yes.
Wow. What was that like, being in a situation where you are 10% of the domain you're in?
At the beginning, I didn't really realize that there was discrimination against women. There is something that is very subtle when you are, for instance, in an engineering school, is that most women, and myself, are not very feminine. So like, as a way to integrate or to adapt yourself with your environment, you look a lot like a man.
Wow.
I was only wearing jeans and t-shirts, basket.
Look at you now! What changed?
It took a while to understand actually that I was a woman, that I was different. Sometimes it's not direct discrimination, but just subtle things that avoid women from feeling part of a group, like jokes. A lot of men do jokes that can really easily understandable by other men, but as a woman,
you're not part of the club.
You're not part of the club. But it takes time to realize that. And now that I am a feminist, I tend to put a stop to that. When I realize that there is something happening that is not including women, I say what I think, and I try to explain also to men how they can be more inclusive, even when they're joke.
So your daughter is about 1.5, is it?
Exactly.
What's her name?
Eva.
Eva. Oh, beautiful name. So, what was it like being in a technology company and getting pregnant? Because I don't think the lads would get pregnant, really. They don't have that issue.
I was the first one. So it was quite difficult because I had to explain to my company. They are Californian, so they don't know very well the French system. And what happened is that my last day of work, well, in the night I had to go to the hospital and I gave birth. So I worked until the last day, which is great because I had my whole maternity leave with my daughter.
As a matter of interest, did having Eva have an effect on your career?
Yes.
Really? How?
Just before my maternity leave, I was expecting to get promoted and get a team and be in charge of more things. So that was super interesting and exciting. And when I came back, there has been a reorganization.
Wow.
And it's like everything collapsed. And there was nothing for me. So when I came back, I felt like I was not even expected, and they didn't know what to do with me. I had no career anymore, and there was nobody in trying to even help me or support me. What I realized is that I was not the first one, and I know other women in my organization who have left the company just because of that, because when you come back,
You feel worthless.
Exactly.
Wow.
Yes. When I came back, a lot of people asked me questions about, oh, how difficult it must be to leave your daughter and blah, blah, blah. And say, hey, but I'm not asking you about how you deal with your family, etc. It's not the kind of question that they would have asked a man.
Yeah.
You know, they don't ask a new father, oh, how is it to leave your kid at home?
So with where you are with your career at the moment, is there a project that you would be interested in doing outside of your, say, the work that you have been doing to date? Is there anything that you'd like to do for yourself that you own?
I have a big topic project that I would like to pursue on my own. What I discovered is that on the web, online, women are getting excluded for many reasons. Of course, access to education is one of the main reasons in the world, but also because they are the main targets from harassment online.
Really?
Yes, this is a real pledge, and many women, like 95% of bullied people online are women.
Wow.
Of course, if you, on top of being a woman, you are black or you are a lesbian or a trans, it's getting worse. You have even more chances to get bullied online. And so it excludes women because once you get harassed and you have a lot of terrible things being said about you on the web.
Well, I suppose you just wouldn't want to go back on.
Exactly. You can't go back to Facebook or Twitter where people are saying horrible things about you.
Oh, that's awful.
As a victim, you tend to be very isolated, because it's very difficult to speak with your friends about what's happening online. It's very difficult to be back online and to face your harassers. What I think, and that's what I'm planning to do, is to have an independent organization that will help victims understand the situation. Support them, of course. The first level of support is just, moral support.
Yes, of course.
You need help. You don't know who to talk to. You cannot speak to your family, to your friends. You feel very isolated. So the first level of support would be that. But then also a technical support. What shall I do?
Education.
How should I explain to Facebook or Twitter what can I technically do in order to face the person who is bullying me, or what are the settings that I should just change on my mobile application? Another level of support is a legal support, because it's possible to do something against people who are harassing you.
Yeah.
So there are laws and there are lawyers who can help, but it's not easy to find them. So that would be the ultimate.
I don't know, I can't thank you enough for talking to me, so thank you very, very much.
Thank you. Thanks. It was a pleasure to discuss about those topics that I believe are very important to me, but are important for France and the world, actually.
We're saving the world, lads.